opened in the fall of 2009. The idea when we opened was to be, I really wanted to be a record store and a CD store with guitars. And this location, we weren't able to carry guitars, but one of the friends who helped me out, who was a lawyer, said to me, he goes, hey, can you sell my toy collection for me? I said, sure, I don't know, let's try it. And it did great. So next thing you know, we're now records and toys. And our IT guy said, I really like video games. You should carry video games. I said, yeah, I know there's a lot of money in it. So, I don't know, let's try video game. In that 7-year time, we've been involved with a lot of things. One of the things coming up is Crypticon. It's a horror sci-fi convention with a lot of celebrities and so forth. But more importantly, my band is playing Friday night, the 23rd of October, in the Ramada Hotel Ballroom. This is a local movie company from right around this area that we've worked with for 6 years. And like this particular movie, we donated about a truckload of props for the space station in the movie. But the other thing is, this one is Destination Outer Space. This was the first one we were actually involved with. But I am personally in 2 others, Attack of the Moon Zombies and The Giant Spider. Just this year, there's a new Woody Harrelson movie that they were filming over at Snuffy's. And the bagel shop down the street. Well, in the background in his apartment, you're going to see all these board games and our coupon on the refrigerator.
Mr. Zero's since 2009. Classic music, vintage video games, retro toys, and movies too.
We didn't want to limit what we carried. And so I was thinking about a name that didn't limit what we carried, and I said, you know, I want an identity. I want people to think of someone or something rather than like Rick's Records on Lexington. And I'm a big Monkees fan, and there's an episode number 52 from February of '68 called Devil and Peter Tork. And Peter Tork wanders into a pawn shop, accidentally sells his soul to the devil to play the harp. And I was like, Mr. Zero. I said, that's a really good name. So we went with the name Mr. Zeros, and to pay tribute to one of the bands that inspired me, the Monkees, and television show. Shortly after we opened, a friend of mine introduced me to one of the guys that worked on Beatles' Yellow Submarine. And I said to this guy, I says, hey, I'm a real big fan of your art. Would you be interested in drawing our mascot? And he said, no, I don't do that. And I said, oh, okay. I was just standing there waiting around, and I said, I saw his name was Delbo, so I asked him in Italian. I said, you're Italian. And he said, where are you from? I said, Argentina. He goes, no, you're not. And I said, why not? He goes, because I'm from Argentina. And I said, oh, and he goes, but why do you speak Italian? And I said, oh, ex-girlfriend. He goes, yeah, that's always the case. Then his daughter starts asking him in Italian what he wants to eat for lunch. And they're going back and forth, and this is a slang which isn't quite proper, but you bang on the table, mangiamo. It's eat now. And they started laughing, and he goes, what did you want? And I said, would you draw our mascot? And he goes, yeah, this amount of money. So the guy that worked on Beatles' Yellow Submarine drew our mascot for Mr. Zeros. So I was able to merge my 2 favorite bands, Mr. Zeros from the Monkees and this guy from the Beatles' Yellow Submarine.